This is problem 2 of the exam review worksheet. This is problem from chapter 2, and at this point you'll probably find this problem pretty easy, but we'll go ahead and work through it just to make sure that you're not missing anything. So the independent source in figure 2.28 supplies 48 watts of power. Determine I2. So here's the independent source right here. This one is dependent because it depends on I1. So the independent source is 12 volts and it supplies 48 watts of power. Well, we know that power equals current times voltage. So 48 watts has to equal, now the current that's going through the voltage source is I1, because they're in series, equals I1 times the voltage, which is 12 volts, or I1 equals 4 amps. Now, the problem asked me to find I2, and I couldn't find I2 immediately, so what I do when I'm working these kind of problems is I just find what I can, and once I find what I can, I see if that will help me find what I need to find. And so I found I1, and then I can see that KCL will tell me that I1 has to equal I2 plus I3. The current going into the node has to equal the current going out of the node. So notice that I3 is in series with the dependent current source. Since they're in series, they have to have the same current. So I3 has to equal 0.25 I1. Well, we already found I1, so I3 equals 0.25 times 4 amps, or I3 equals 1 amp. Okay, so now, like I said before, I1 has to equal I2 plus I3, and I1 is 4 amps, and we're looking for I2, and I3 is 1 amp, and so I2 equals 3 amps.